Welcome back to the Bazaar. I'm Inko. And second verse, same as the first, we're running out Nullfrost Proboscis again. And this time, it's maybe the dumbest version of Proboscis build I've ever seen. I'm very prone to holding power items in Dooley, right? You see fiber optics, you buy it. You see hologram projector, you buy it. You see crude tools, you buy it. You see thrusters, you buy it. There are so many broken ways for them to interact, you'll find something stupid eventually. In this run, I found a Proboscis, 2 copies of hologram projector, and assault focus so that anytime my opponent uses a non-weapon item, slow. Now, this is probably not the most reliable form of a Thorns build you can make, but it's certainly the funniest version of a Proboscis build I've ever seen. So I hope you enjoy seeing the deranged process of this build coming together, wherein eventually the build is just, hey, stop mosquitoing yourself. And it's very, very silly. We win some matchups that I did not think were possible, and it is a roller coaster to the end. I hope you enjoy seeing yet another deranged Nullfrost Proboscis cook, because even though I've done it recently, it is so cool and so hard to do that I'm not going to be worried about uploading it multiple times, and this one is very, very different from the last one. All right, getting into a Dooley run, let's see what's up. Income start as always. I'm just not a fan of the bronze items, or rather the small bronze items on Dooley, so I don't think I want to go to Midsworth, but that puts me in a really sketchy spot where I go to like Curio, Kina, and have a really weak day one. It's conceivable that I play like Railgun for one day, fine. I wouldn't mind getting an Uzi anyway. There's a good pile of tech items, if nothing else. Railgun is not happening, it seems. Gotta be honest, the second page is looking a bit worse than the first one, Midsworth. I kind of feel robbed here. A Flintstones when you just sold me 3 tech items, a virus at bronze, and a power sander. Well, like I was saying, I don't really like Midsworth very much. I think I go Fanged Inglet because the Fang is very good with a weaponized core. And right now it looks like we're playing weaponized core. It's just an ugly jank version of it. But regardless, I'm not killing him very quickly, so I'll edit forward very slightly. But I'll still take a moment to remind you that you can sub for more daily Bazaar content just like this. And if you could leave a like on the video, it really does help to get more traction, help the channel grow, and I really do appreciate it. Anyways, Inglet goes down, what do we get? It is the Fang. If I can find strength or left right-handed as a starting skill, that's pretty solid. It's Andy. I mean, I gotta click it. Take the crypto, upgrade Arc Blaster because it scales so well. Can't take a virus as a tech item to speed this up. Uzi's at least nice. Upgrade Chris. We are not going to another sword today. And we do not have a full board. We actually barely have a 4-slot board. Pip, can you help? Pip can help. Strength is the best possible skill we could have hit. And a medium item for Econ, and we're just to have it on the board is also very good. Now, the real question is, is Brick Buddy so bad that with just Chris Army Knife, I would rather run GPU to speed up my Arc Blaster? That seems inconceivable. The crypto did pay off immediately, so that's all well and good. I think against a pig, yeah, I want the more aggressive build. I'm losing in any fight that goes late. I want more bursts. I'm not going to shield up and live. If it's like a fully enabled offensive showcase, I'm dead, Brick Buddy or no. So I want to try to get in under potential defensive scaling with the GPU. Boomerang, Hot Stones, Fang, no enchants, no nothing, he's dead. Okay, not exactly the dream day one Dooley board, but a good enough one. Can't ever be too upset when I have strength with several very fast weapons, right? Well, they're not quite like the burst I would hope for, and Hot Stones is a lot of regen. We should still be totally fine to finish this out, though. Yeah. All right, tomorrow we find weaponized core, we have a build, or 2 out of 7 times, things get really, really awkward. I'd be very happy to pick up a Dinosaur at this point so that I can use primal core as a backup. But other than that, well, chance at Dinosaur. Okay, screw the Dinosaur. We're committing super hard to weaponized core. Give me the plasma grenade instead. Well, I'm so happy with the battery. The next shop sucks no matter what, so I would like to run the memory card and have it break even. Yeah, Midsworth is not where I want to be. I'm going to take 3 loot items. What's Dooley's option? Nah. Well, you know, those are certainly some of the good items in the game. Mosquito all day, every day. We should beat Mosquito with basically just the memory card. So I'm kind of trying to figure out like what is the worst build I can put together that guarantees a win and gives minimum chances for slow to hit me. The Uzi runs out, which oh, there we go. We do this. We win with defensive scaling in the late game. Let me double check Mosquito doesn't scale. Okay, yeah, no, an empty board would actually win, so I can take out the Chris as well. All right, Giant Mosquito, I need money, and I need a Proboscis. It's really incredible how good this fight is for Dooley. Rush is obviously not great, but you can still like do atomic clock things to trigger it very quickly on a one weapon build, which like, you know, not really a Dooley thing very much, but it still can help. A lot of cores are also weapons, so it can be start of combat haste the core. Keen Eye's obviously great, Wings are obviously great. Amber's not exceptional on Dooley, but it still combos well with a pulse rifle, or sorry, a plasma grenade. And Proboscis is the real reason we're here, just a 1 in 6 to get the single best weapon for any sort of Dooley right now. Proboscis Dooley feels so far above every other version because weaponized core is such good scaling and plasma grenade is such a good enabler. Not quite the 4 uses, but that would be a pipe dream with only a bronze battery anyway, so understandable. Come on. Oh. Still taking it, but it's obviously not what I'm here for. What weapon am I looking for at Ayla? I've already got a Hamlet. I've already got a silver arc blaster. The Uzi upgrade's pretty nice. I've got a bunch of fast things I can put left of the core. I would not mind getting like specifically a pulse rifle or rocket launcher to put to the right. I think Ayla's a fine shot.
Battle days are over, but my
cool.
Weapons
That's like the 2 things I just named.
come back and tell me.
Let's go. Please be here, weaponized core. Hey, we're fine. So we take weaponized and let me figure out what the board looks like. So I think we're running this. The crit chance doesn't have a clear target yet. I'm okay holding that for a second. What's our next shop? I should check that first. Kina? I really gotta go to Kina. We're looking for plasma grenade quite hard. Crude tools can be incredible later. I'm gonna pick that up by selling the memory card and then roll. Plasma grenade would obviously be great. It's not super good right now. Ugh, weak point detectors a little bit. I don't think it makes any sense to buy this weak point detector, to be honest. But we do have a Fang, though. I'm wondering if something like this is actually better. Well, it's a bronze battery, so you would always do it like this, right? I think it's basically just you expect to kill them at 10 seconds with this build, and that's good enough. We can sell the scrap on Chris Army Knife every time. We're never gonna have any other shield on we care about. And while I could give the weaponized core crit chance, and I'm probably going to, I kind of feel like I'm supposed to hold it for something else, maybe put it on the Hamlet, but it can affect the outcome of the fight now, and Hamlet is not happening for a while. And with just Fang crude tools, there's no way to have a non-tech version of this build. At least not yet. And that leaves me with the ability to sell Brick Buddy and buy Weak Point Detector. I'm very happy running Fang and Battery on this board tomorrow. I don't think Weak Point Detector makes a ton of sense with no Plasma Grenade just yet, so I'll pass on that. I'm also probably giving up money by getting less at shops if I sell things now.
I should warn you, I'm not like other Jabonians.
All right, second pig. Shielded Succulents, Ganjo, defensive scaling is not going to cut it. That is a bizarrely large Succulents for day 2. Must have had a very long day 1 PvP fight, but we should still be totally fine. Weapon scaling just vastly outstrips Ganjo, and it's not even close. Yeah, got him. Didn't even have time to run out of Uzi ammo. Oh man, weaponized core is such a strong core right now. I genuinely think weaponized core Dooley is why Dooley is #1. Because weaponized core with like a remotely good build, not even something insane, not like Proboscis high roll, is capable of beating some enchanted catfish starts. Not like the best ones, not Obsidian. Maybe Obsidian, I haven't ran into that, but I've got on camera this exact sort of board beating restorative catfish, which is crazy. Because that is one of the best enchants in the game. Should I have just clicked slow item and hoped? That seems optimistic, but it's a chance at Proboscis. And because it's a chance at Proboscis, which is such a high roll, I think it was better to click slow item. I'm so programmed to like seeing Furnace and seeing Racetrack and all these other things. They just are never good other than economy on day 3. But specifically slow item in Dooley is kind of crazy. Anyway, let's go to Sylvia and get robbed again.
See you, darling.
That's a pretty early cybersecurity, but I did just do that, so I'm gonna pass.
Back to the grand cinema
Now,
awards.
I don't like selling this and rolling because the stuff on the right I want to keep, so I'm just gonna pass, unfortunately. We beat Etherite, no problem. They have the average gold value of like a day 4 enemy, so I'm very happy to have this fight. They're also the chance at tickets, so like, you know, obviously. I'm thinking that maybe because Pulse Rifle is my fastest item and so is Chris, I want to be using them to turn the core on. That's always the problem you have, right? If your board is all fast weapons, your best scaling weapons are also the best weapons to enable scaling. One of the only bad drops from Etherite. You hate to see it. Middle's not incredible. I think I'm happy to take 3 regen here. Like, weaponized core can take a little bit to kill people in the early days. Yeah, I just don't have that much cash, and middle can't sell the items that make or break the build, so I'm taking regen. And then we bring in battery on the GPU and probably Fang on the scaling side. It's a little bit weird either way with the Fang. I'm pretty sure this is the way to play it. As for our upgrade, we have a bronze battery, so that makes it pretty easy.
Piece. But it can be better. Feel the difference?
That's better haste up time, more activations on Arc Blaster, probably just right. Oh, was it not obstacle course earlier in the day? I thought it was obstacle course at the start. Was it the other one for haste items? I'm gonna click obstacle course this time. It's one of the playable Dooley items that slows. I'm not looking for Black Spider there, but this could come into play later. It's another Dooley. I'm probably favored. But if it's like a really high roll tanky anky sort of build, he might just kill me first. Blast doors. I have no defensive scaling. He has very bad offense. He does have trained in a dream. And a silver grappling hook. Grappling, like this might be just barely good enough because of train to beat me with the blast doors. I don't know. Nope. Just burned him down through the blast doors before train can scale him up enough. That's actually really impressive. So just a casual 800 extra health, nothing to worry about. Trained is doing some heavy lifting in this build, man. This activated 3 times for an extra 55 damage. Yeah, like the only scaling is coming from trained. I mean, if you get trained, you build into it. It's not like it's a bad build, it's just, I'd be so mad if I lost that from the other side. Like you run blast doors and just get run down by pure weapon spam. Sylvia's a good shop. She's up against 6 gold though. And like that is a 10 gold swing because I go to Sylvia and roll or I gain 6 gold. I'm taking 6 gold, man. Sylvia doesn't filter. That's really important. It is B1, B2. They can upgrade my crude tools. I don't mind that. Or I can just go to Kina and look for plasma grenade, which seems better. Yeah, I've got to go to Kina and look for that plasma grenade, man.
Peace.
Do we want to buy Dino Disguise and then never see Dianasar like we always do? It feels like the idea would be as simple as Metascale, Uzi, and Weaponized Core kill your opponent, right? You never get that much metascaling off if you're only doing Dino Disguise during PvE though. Because you're like using it half as often as a real Dinosaur build uses their stuff, because you never run it during PvP. I just don't believe in Dino Disguise. The issue is like Dino Disguise is the harder to find of the two. Even though I find it all the time. I find it like 5 times a run and never see Dianasar. I'm gonna do it. Like, it's strong. I haven't done it on camera before.
Guided me to what?
But every time I do this, it falls apart and doesn't work. So, you know. Anyway, Lightbulb, what do you have?
Glad we could share this
Nothing.
experience today.
Fair enough. Boiler Room Brawler has nothing for me, neither does Retiree, and Flame Juggler kills me. This is from Werbenja in the Discord. It's a spreadsheet he's making. Apparently, I didn't need to make it myself. I just needed to be like, won't someone rid me of this Meddlesome Priest long enough? And it happened. I'm tremendously grateful for this. They're still working on it. I don't know if it's 100% accurate, but it looks great to me. This is an average gold spreadsheet. So going to day 4, we have 3.67 gold, 5.57 gold, and a lost fight. So Retiree is massively better average gold. I genuinely don't think I care about Energy Potion or anything like that off Boiler Room Brawler at all, so I'm gonna go Retiree.
I got my scars in the war. How about
And there is nothing here but gold value. I also wonder if to some degree, like, if I'm ever in situations where I need to think about exact gold breakpoints. Like, do I need to go to a fight because it has an 8 gold drop because there's no difference in 4 and 2, so higher average gold doesn't matter? I don't think that's usually ever the case in this game because it's just too random to know you'll need that gold breakpoint. I'm gonna toss my 1 medium item since that's the only thing incentivizing Midsworth, and I'm already really incentivized for Barcoon. Tools. Plasma grenades aren't tools. Dinosaurs that metascale aren't tools. I mean, I can just take some plus damage on the pulse rifle. It seems pretty lame. I'm gonna take the econ option, even though I don't really. God, small bronze day 4, huh? Okay.
If you want grim and stoic, you came to the wrong Sphinxian.
Don't think any of that's useful for me, so we roll. That's rough. That's real rough. We'll take frontal shielding because it does something, but it does not do much.
But I'll keep you as long as I can.
Anyways, I guess we're gonna go to JJ and hope for a plasma grenade someday. I see you have the Flintstones again. No, thank you. You know, Silver Railgun hasn't quite fallen off yet, and we are playing a tech build. It's mostly just that I look at it as investing 6 gold to play Railgun. And congratulations, you now have a build with an expiration date of 1 day from now, right? Like, I think it falls off on day 6. It's barely good enough on day 6, and it's terrible afterwards. So I'm gonna pass. I don't generate anything at start of the day, so I can just go to the next day. I don't have to worry about it. Should I care about Pylon? Not with just a bronze amulet. Like, at this point, we're starting to look into strats that are not related to plasma grenades because we simply haven't found one. We got Lumbors, 28-hour fitness, a lot of shield items. Oh, fiery. This dude started with fiery pickles. Or he got the earliest fiery bootstraps I've ever seen. Thankfully, I think we scale up fast enough that we'll kill him before this kills me, but I guess pepper spray might change that. Barely. Barely. Oof. Yeah, the 3 fiery enchants with the day 4 28-hour fitness was a little bit worrying. I won't pretend otherwise. We get there. I don't think Heth can show up on day 4, right? And even if he had fiery bootstraps, now that has to be fiery piggles and just random transformations, right? 5 gold versus JJ. I've got to go to JJ. There are just so many items that can give me a direction. Rolling a dinosaur. Is this a direction? I don't poison, I don't burn, I only have a hamlet. No, I don't actually want this black spider at all. I'm only holding him because he's a friend, really. We're rolling past that. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll go to the next shop and hope for better RNG. Wish I'd taken my +5 gold. Andy, what do you have for us? Happy to take that to silver. We can do silly things down the late game. This might be a hope for... I don't like that. This might be a hope for 3D printer sort of angle at this point. If I get thrusters, what am I doing? Dino saddle, thrusters, the weaponized score. Get Dino Solar, use stuff like Chris Army Knife and Hamlet to enable him with crude tools. Thrusters isn't tech, is it? There's a world where the thrusters pays off. I'm gonna go for that.
You're a smart one.
I am, of course, very broke now. The marginal upgrades to my build might not have been super worth it. I'm gonna click Kyber Commander and really pray. Like, pray as hard as I can not to hit a busy bee. Because getting a ticket or Counter-Strike is great, even though it's not gold. The wings are 6 gold, and also, wait, are they 6 gold? They're 4 gold, and also, you know, insane cooldown reduction. This is 6 gold. The bees are kind of gonna break the rest of my day because I have 5 gold and can't really afford to go to a shop. If it's a good shop, I could. All right, thank God. Toss this. There's no level up reward for hoarding that. That's got to go on weaponized score every time, right? It's Tox Clocks. He can have a scrap metal, which could do some stupid things because it would allow me to, like, save the scrap metal until the end of next day and then go straight to diamond core on day 7, which is really good. The issue with that is I can't even really cleanly afford a scrap metal. Like, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 10, 17 gold. If I have to roll, I have to sell the Dino Disguise, and it's super unlikely on day 5 anyway, so I'm gonna click Mountain Pass. Come on. It was later than expected, but come on. It's much less likely to give me a Proboscis than last time. Paralyzing Rush is also very good. I can have both Mosquito skills and no Proboscis, which would be quite unfortunate. Pretty much half the board is hits though, right? skill proboscis wings. It's a very good fight. Oh my. I'm not gonna sell this just yet. I'm gonna toss this flintstone. Don't show me vault pack on the next page. So suddenly we're once again desperately looking for oh, flintstones is a tool. I forgot you can get rewards for that shit. Well, punished immediately. I am gonna take the extra gold though because I'm super broke and I only have one store left in the day. Guess I'm taking another fight. We're not gonna go to Tinker. I mean, there's the argument of like spend 4 gold, roll for Dino Disguise. We're kind of done with Dino Disguise. I'm gonna be upfront with you on that. We're gonna upgrade the cooldown here. This is all sellable now. I think Dino Disguise is something we're probably done with. It's actually insane with Proboscis. We're not done with it at all. So if we have to sell stuff, it's gonna be the crude tools and the thrusters, but we're probably okay, especially with our second extra fight today. It probably works out. We beat Infernal Envoy, no problem. If I had like literally any slow, I would happily run Proboscis over Fang. But unfortunately, that is not the world we live in. The damage output's still very good. We're expecting to kill when this goes off the second time. I'm kind of thinking move Fang to the left and move Battery onto Pulse Rifle. The timing is just so bad though, it doesn't make any sense. It's not like Rocket Launcher where it lines up well. It's probably better to have Fang here to get started faster on the scaling, and then have slightly slower scaling with the Arc Blaster going off more frequently later. I really should have like clicked recap at some point to confirm or deny this, but here we are. 3-win Vanessa, that's pretty scary. Day 5, Vanessa's gonna be doing actually pretty gross things, a huge different variety of them. For Xena Crest, there are no shot glasses. That's what I was checking for. That's the main thing I'm scared of. It is Silver Shark Claws with a yo-yo, but it's only a bronze 340 range, and as long as I don't get the 31% crit on that, we should be okay. I'm gonna die, aren't I?
All cannon.
He didn't even need the crit. That was way more damage than expected. I'm sorry, was that just like insane crit RNG? Why am I dead? Yes, 40% crit chance randomly. A lot of the time, the damage barely displays for any period of time. No, it's like crit RNG didn't seem that bad. It's not yo-yo, it's only dealing like 118 damage. That's just like revolver numbers. Shark Claws went off twice. I'm actually kind of shocked this kills me. Am I dying to the Pop Snappers more than anything else? How much damage did I actually take? Pop Snappers crit me twice back to back. I took like an extra 100 damage from Pop Snappers. I think I lose anyway, to be honest with you. Oh, it's a 20% on the Pop Snappers too, so it's very funny that this crit twice back to back at the start. But yeah, that's just 310, 430, 520, 670. That's just a full life bar of damage out the Pop Snappers anyway. It didn't even matter they double crit. And the crit RNG wasn't that bad. Silver Shark Claws is just this strong on day 5? Just like hasted a little bit with a Zorkin and Pop Snappers and you're off to the races? Jesus, no wonder I like playing Vanessa. I would not have expected that to kill me fast enough. That's kind of wild. All right, Tinker, I'm willing to trust you against nothing. Come on. Why do I ever come here? Well, literally nothing to buy there that makes any sense. Kina's not great, but she can sell Plasma Grenade versus Pearl, who can give me like Tripwire and Heavy Iceberg, you know? I've got to go Pearl, man. There are so many misses at Kina.
You're gonna get dirty.
I literally cannot make this happen, right? Like, I need to use my guaranteed upgrades on the core. I cannot possibly use them on Sands of Time and think I'm making the right decision. And I have to get 6 slow items bought at stores for it to multicast. I do recognize this is 8 slow triggers at Diamond with the quest. This is massive bait. I cannot buy this with a weaponized square that I need to upgrade to scale. That's just horrible, horrible bait. I can't do it. Obsidian Gamma Ray, huh? Doesn't really work, does it? I maybe should have just bought that and left because it's very valuable, but I'm hoping we can hit something that's actually relevant to my proboscis. You know, if it were a higher tier, I'd care about it. All right, at this point, we're just taking gold when we're offered it because we spent a lot already. That is big gold. We will take the fiery mech moles. Toss this. Toss this. Pick up the mech moles.
Magnificent.
And we have to upgrade the core here. It's the reason I wasn't willing to do Sands of Time. If it had been gold tier, I would probably have taken the Sands of Time immediately. It's just 4 slows isn't enough for me to want to do it. Alright, Mech Moles is neat. Not actually very good though, is it? Anyways, we have another chance at a ticket, so we're clicking that immediately. We'll check recap here to actually see if this is arranged correctly. I don't think it impacted the outcome of that finesse fight at all. It wasn't even particularly close. I am shocked that just like Zorkid, Pop Snapper, Shark Claws, a fast weapon, that's all Yo-Yo was. It wasn't particularly crazy, and Katana was good enough. Like, Langjin could have been any 2 small weapons. It could have been a Narwhal and a Revolver, right? So like this, we're activating this more, and we're getting our scaling before it goes off, which the other way around, this was activating more but not being scaled, and this was going off before the scaling triggered, so I do think this is better. Now take it, please. Oh. I'm going to toss these to incentivize a Midsworth, because I want to go to Midsworth over a Barcoon anyway. There's not a lot of medium and large items I won't. Slow item. Toss this one, I suppose. If I get a Mandala, I could transform that into a random medium poison item. Skill upgrades, you say? Honestly, my skill upgrades aren't very good. 1 second on Rush is nothing. 10 armor on Chris is nothing. 5 damage on everything is all right, but kind of not a big deal anymore. We're going to go to Quicksell instead.
Everyone here is huge. It's
Hey,
terrifying.
I've got the gold for it, so sure, but it's not good.
He actually cares about this.
I think there's no world where I care about the Firefly. And we don't need a silver flamethrower as the pivot here. If this were gold, maybe at 10 seconds, not a chance. So we have cool LEDs now. Is that enough to open a pivot? It's better than Fang, definitively, right? Like, it's just faster than Fang for scaling and then triggering the Proboscis, which is being scaled, right? I think something like this would be the way to go. Obviously, Hamlet's not great here. I just don't have a better final item. It's a little bit scary to switch into this. I don't have much going right now. Like, it's just the cool LEDs for the core, man. That is a little bit unnerving that it's just the cool LEDs, but I still think it makes sense. So Mega Ray useful. God, it scales so badly. No, it's not useful at all. Is there a way to run the pulse rifle here? It would be like drop battery, drop Hamlet. So it would be this, using the pulse rifle to scale the core faster, which is also going to make LEDs faster, which is also going to make Arc Blaster faster and Proboscis faster. So it's getting faster uses on the scaled stuff and faster triggers on the core. It's ugly. I'm not a fan. I think it's right though. There's also an argument to just everything behind the core, right? I can see that on Pulse Rifle Chris. I can't see that on Uzi. Uzi is too much scaling speed and too much wasted before it goes off. I don't like it. I like this much more. Just massively better scaling on the 2 fastest items. I don't think these are faster than Pulse Rifle, man. I know there's a bunch of tech over here. I'm really unclear what the best version of this board is. I'm gonna go with this though. It's a 1-1 Vanessa. We should probably be fine anyway.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies.
He's up to what sort of things? No shot glasses. That's the main thing. Restorative Calico's interesting. How big is Julian? 100. We're totally fine. I would be shocked to be wrong about that, but it would be the first time I got blown out by a katana recently. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not convinced by the values on that Proboscis. That was a tie. Not even close. I was never worried. So let's see how often Proboscis actually went off there. I don't know why it says 5 times. We can see that it went off 3 times. But 3 triggers is equivalent to Hamlet, or sorry, to Gold Chris Army Knife. That's a 4-speed item. That's not terrible. Considering it's also speeding up the core with cool LEDs. This could be the best version of the build. I'm not convinced this is wrong. I don't know. It's awkward. I think this is the best, but I would really like to improve this board. Middle is not super used for that. Do I still have the death caps? Look, it's a lot of cash, and maybe I don't really need a lot of cash, but middle's not making my board better. I'm not going there for specifically Dianasar. No, that's the wrong part of the combo. Stop it. This is bullying. I hate it. I hate it so much. Oh well, whatever. We have another Dinos, guys. This one's worth a ton of cash. Quick soul, please help.
Price? Don't care.
I'm gonna sell the enchanted diamond disguise immediately.
I guess I made a
What's hologram projector do? I don't know. To be honest, I thought I was buying a light bulb. We can upgrade the hamlet. That's cool. No reason to float a silver cool one. We're definitely doing proboscis things or dying. Slow more lumber would be really good if I actually slowed. Weapon skills have a ton of minor skills that aren't a big deal. Gold skills have a ton of full misses. Like, all of these should be good hits. And I'm not convinced any of them will be good on average. I think weapon skills is the best right now. I don't have left-handed or right-handed. I have an Uzi and a proboscis. So there's a lot of just basic good hits there. Noisy cricket's a shitload of damage. Done.
Destroyed many sphinxes.
There is no shot we beat Radiant Corsair, like 0%, never in a million years. Our build's a bunch of very fast items, so Bonk is uniquely bad against us, but we should still just be totally fine against Thug. He's like very moderately scary, but not actually scary. He does just enough damage that I'm regularly surprised that it was that close. It looks like our build's more than good enough, even though Bonk is uniquely good into us. Like, right after Anchor, we're still at half health. We should be on pace for 10 on 8, I would hope. See, I can't use that immediately because I really want to hold that for later. Oh, man. Am I supposed to be battering the cool LEDs? Maybe. I'm trying very hard to figure out how Pulse Rifle gets cut here. I think the answer is God, no, stop it. Stop doing that. That's not going to work. I have so much stuff for someone who doesn't have a build. Wait, do we just run the bludgeon? God, it's slow, though. It's so slow. Even with a battery, it's bad. I mean, Pole literally can't sell me things I won't is the problem. That's not true. He can sell me Mamasar in a dream. I'll do it. Too late for a press transition. It is always Rex Specs and never Mamasar. Kina,
Make deals.
I've come to you over Shield. I would really appreciate that it pays off. Oh, man. Well, no small burn. Well, you know, Bowser Grade just doesn't exist some games.
You're not being fully.
I think cool LEDs is my best slow option. It makes crude tools kind of unplayable, right? What's this Vanessa at? 3 wins, about to crash out. That's ideal for me, but I'm not convinced I'm actually strong at all. And I still just run this anyway. The thing is, it's actually a good hologram projector, as long as it doesn't hit exactly Chris. But there's no item I want to cut for it is the flip side of that, right? I'm obviously not cutting Proboscis. I'm not going to cut Arc Blaster. I think it's the most cuttable one, though, because you need the LEDs, you need the Uzi, you need the GPU. You don't actually need the Uzi, looking at this. And since nothing is positional, I would just put it... Like, the awkward thing is I can't put it on the right side hoping for scaling. I absolutely can. It's more likely to scale than not. The worst hits are GPU and Chris Army Knife by far. And I think those are very substantially worse than an Uzi. And I think on average, we probably beat an about to die Vanessa. I don't know that that's true. But I think that this is the safest play, the one most likely to win. Looking at Weather Glass, that tends to be pretty slow, but we're not dealing great damage for the day. Obsidian Pearl probably means I'm going to be dead. Just Weather Glass. Wait, is this even aquatic? No. But the dive weights, the Obsidian Pearl, I'm a little bit worried. Yeah, I'm dead.
You fall like
Just ever too slightly too slow to live. Also, oh, yeah, I didn't see Toxic Flame. Yeah, that'll very balanced skill. So they were complete trash, and then they got Toxic Flame and now their build's insane. Very normal skill there. Unfortunate.
Huge. Do you have any huge?
Plasma Rifle at Diamond, you say? Is there a chance for a panic pivot? I have 0 items that burn. Like, absolutely nothing. No skills, no items, not even anything in the stash. Cool. That's how it's been going.
I'm bad at this, but I just want the huge things.
Fine. Goodbye, Fang. I'm so tempted to click this, but I'm certain it does just reroll. I'm sure that's a real button. I guess I'm taking a loot item, and we'll figure out what to drop for it. There's crit chance for the weaponized core. I know I'm seeing it immediately. I know next shop we're seeing like Diamond Dianasar now. Wandering Shoal is really, really good for Thick Hide. Like, obviously, we don't have a Plasma Grenade yet, but we still have a slowing item. We would still love to pick up Gold Amber. Honestly, we might even be in a spot where you run Electric Eels. It might be that sort of situation. Slow 1 for 3, because I could put my Improvised Bludgeon on it instead of using the Amber. Maybe Eels are good enough here. It sort of turns my opponent's items into charge from my core. And it enables the Proboscis, like... Alright, that's still great. I'm fine with that. I'll figure it out in a second. I don't have to figure it out yet. Probably just temp boost damage. I'm gonna be honest here. I die if I lose today's fight. Temp boost damage it is. B1, B2 with no bronze items I really care about. Nah, no thanks. Kina, Plasma Grenade, please. I have asked so many times for a Plasma Grenade. Diamond Capacitor is actually not bad. Like, it's pretty awful at lower tiers, but once it gets down to 5 seconds. Anyways, I think we have to be dropping the Pulse Rifle at this point. The battery times out really, really well with the Amber to make it just be a 2-second slow. It's buffing the LEDs, slowing multiple items, so I think I just throw Improvised Bludgeon on it at this point, but I don't need to. Hamlet can be run over the Chris now that we have more weapons, or sorry, more slows. We're not like a super fast tech build. I don't know that Arc Blaster makes sense over Hologram Projector. Because I can run this, put it here. If it is a weapon, I really want it to scale. And if it is a charging item, I would actually rather it charge the core now that I think about it. And if it's a slow, then I've already high rolled really hard, so the fact it's not charging the core is not a big deal. It's just that GPU is a huge, huge miss like this, right? If it weren't for the GPU, this would be great. I think because of the GPU, I'm going to keep not doing it. I'm going to continue putting my crit chance on the core itself. Because we might be doing a 3D printer crude tools loop to try to salvage this in the end game. I still don't have a slow build, right? Like, I have to hit a heavy enchant or something. Because I just haven't found anything yet. Right, I was looking at capacitor. I can buy this. So how does that interact with what I was saying a second ago, where only GPU is a miss? I can run capacitor here between my 2 slow items. And then if I hit capacitor on hologram projector, it's fine. Like, that's much better than GPU. I don't have the haste anymore, but I think it's fine. I think I'm running multiple charge items to get a faster board in general, and then I have more slows to kill with Proboscis Hamlet. And it's possible this shit does not work and I'm making a mistake, but it's what I'm going to believe in. I have never tried a board like this, and there's a lot of variance here. It's a 1-win Mac, which is actually terrifying because it means he has his enchant. So now his quest item has an obsidian enchant and I lose. Great. Please don't be the worst case. Obsidian Eternal Torch, fucking told you immediately. With Shadowed Cloak and not that many other burn items. This is not like the best version of the build for sure. I have a lot of slow, but it's not going on the torch. Yeah.
Another step closer.
I kill him 100% of the time yesterday. Any other enchant, I kill him every single time. And we also got like a not particularly great transform there. I guess Hamlet was one of the better ones. I don't know if Hamlet was one of the better ones or not. Man, that is so unfortunate. Like, it has to be this. He has to have Shadowed Cloak because there's no other source of haste that's going to get it to kill me in time. His board's not actually good at all for this sort of build. Man, it's just Shadowed Cloak, Obsidian Eternal Torch, and just the death enchant. Nothing else mattered at all. Sick. Now I'm dead. Haste is not really the enchant I'm looking for, my guy. It should be a lot of haste out of Proboscis, though, right? It's only a 1-second haste, but I still do a decent amount of slowing, right? Probably just better to turbo the core, to be honest with you. Oh, yeah, also, none of my slows hit his only item that mattered. Yeah, that's a little bit tilting. Anyway, we're not clicking crit here. We have nothing that benefits from a crit enchant. Like 50% more Hamlet in a build where Hamlet is 1/5 of my DPS at best seems crazy. So it's just a question of, do I want this to go off more frequently? Like, it definitely goes off more than 4 times as often as the Proboscis, so yeah. This is a lot worse if we end up down the line going into something where, like if I end up going into 3D printer, a turbo core is a really bad enchantment to have, but oh well. Anyway, it's gonna do the Temple Expedition and hope that somehow it salvages this, but I'm having a hard time seeing it, man. We should beat Boulder Trap, no problem. We can toss these now. I know I'm never running them. We beat Boulder Trap. Like, surely I'm not wrong about that. We slow them into the ground. We have Amber. We have cool LEDs. They're gonna go off after Sandstorm. We're not gonna die to the. We're not gonna die to the tripwire, are we? Surely not. Yeah, we've got no problem here. But it does make our build look a little bit weak to watch it in slow motion. I don't know. Being dead today, like, being a strong weaponized core build, thank you, I guess. Definitely the best possible enchant. It's always Obsidian Proboscis, nothing else makes sense. So that's great and all, but we're still like missing the part of the build where we actually do slowing. That is a lot of additional damage though, holy shit. This thing went up from like 40 base damage to 126. We'll also take the bonus experience. It doesn't quite get me to level today. I have no shield, nor will I ever have shield. So I don't care about Greenheart Guardian. I don't poison, so I don't care about Mythkeeper. And while I don't have any, I do have like a very important relic. I'm pretty sure Komat's bodies me. That's not necessarily true. We still have the GPU, right? I could run GPU over the Uzi to avoid charging them too much extra. I think this beats Komat's, and getting the Amber charging off my opponent's weapons would be a big deal. I'm a little bit scared, obviously, but I slow all their shit. This scales insanely now. I have self-haste. I'm pretty sure we beat Komat's.
I am Komat's.
I have a 1 in 7 for when your enemy uses a weapon, charge a relic 1 second. My only relic is Amber. That seems like the play, right? Yeah, we crush them. And that's also really reassuring that now with like the massive extra damage from the Obsidian, battery is also a good dupe though, so that might be part of it. So we got the Energy Conduit for the first time. When you poison or use a relic, your items gain 4% crit chance for the fight. Don't really imagine that's gonna work well for me, is it? Okay, at least it's a big chunk of gold, provided we're live tomorrow to spend it. Nullfrost is back. No enchant. Nullfrost is the only one that does anything. Well, first off, we just can't possibly use this. We have no crit chance, so like, sure, Charge Amber's great, but that's not happening. Next up, Ice Watch Warden. I don't have any free synergy. It's not that fast. I don't poison or burn, so I'm not charging it, so it makes no sense. Spirit Diffuser is awful, just in general, so it's gotta be Nullfrost Altar. Again, there's not actually a decision to make here. It's a Mac, they could have freeze. A lot of my items suck, and I can manipulate this hologram projector better if I remove some of the bad items. So let's figure it out. I don't think Hamlet's even necessary. I think I just do this. Chance at second Proboscis, chance at battering the core, and a chance at more slow items, better scaling on Proboscis. Is it what I want it to be? No. No, definitely not. We are also miles away from being able to run the Crude Tools. We should probably just throw this onto something, and it's going to be the Cool LEDs, I suppose. Or sorry, the Amber. I think the Cool LEDs are a little bit too slow. The multi-slow on the Amber is just too big of a deal, and it's getting the battery. I'm surprised to find myself back here. If this run goes 10, I'll be very upset. We're probably dead, though. I think we're probably favored today against this Mac, but
You get me any closer.
after this, man. Fiery Frozen Flame, nice freeze build, you chump. Oh, we also duped the Proboscis. This is just bullying at this point. The slows are a little bit slow though, aren't they?
Fight me again.
Like, you do just have to kind of wait 8 seconds to kill them. Yeah, that part's not ideal. This is the sort of build that would really have appreciated a plasma grenade. Yeah, okay, let's just do the whole build again. That's not shatter, buddy. Wow, no shatter. Rude. I can at least get invigorating gold triggered pretty much instantly for some self-haste, but not a huge deal there. Hey, Quixel, girl, please. I really, really badly need you to sell me a plasma grenade for this build to make any sense. No? Forge jump. Not really sure how that saves me here. Like, yeah, sure, the core is better. Big whoop. I can get another slow by upgrading Amber to Diamond. That honestly seems much better. I'm gonna upgrade the Amber to Diamond. I don't think I have another upgrade that matters.
Tightened, tempered,
so I can get this to diamond on my 13. If you're wondering why I didn't even consider going to talk looking for like scrap metal to make my core massively better and plasma grenade in my Proboscis build, yeah, me too, man. Me too. I mean, it was guaranteed power on an upgrade I would otherwise never be able to get, but I think this is still like a really obvious click on Tox clock sort of angle. I don't think Diamond Amber wins on day 13. We obviously need to bail and do something better, and what we did instead is very questionable. I can't crit, making this guy a lot worse than usual, but I also... Wait, Assault Focus. I'd normally just go to Lord of the Waves because of the chance at 4% cooldown reduction, which is incredible. But Assault Focus is a little bit good, especially when you always dupe double Proboscis.
Whatever move's paying you, I'll double it.
Oh, man. If we get Assault Focus, I would actually just... Oh, no. Okay. Hold up, the entire build just changed. We can no longer run small items. We have to force the double dupe. And nothing else matters. Any large item is sufficient now. Burning Caldera is not as good as you might think it is, because I need something to... Do I? I think I just hope I killed them with Assault Focus. This is so dumb. Fiery is generally really good. I can get a Fiery Proboscis or a Fiery Nullfrost Altar. Let me see the values. Proboscis is 10% of damage, obviously. Nullfrost is 6. Okay, I'm just going to take this for today. Like, this is such a good hour. This is generically really, really good. Don't give me like an Andy for my last shot, please. Yeah, sure, whatever. Give me the other options.
But I can help you
goodbye capacitor. That was never happening. I just want like something relatively fast, so angry balloon bot, I guess. And we roll hoping for something better. What about a hydraulic press? No, I don't think so. Honestly, missiles is just better than balloon bot here. Like, I can't run any small item. The plan is dupe Proboscis specifically with Assault Focus, kill them. There's almost an argument that battery is good enough to dupe that you take the 50-50. But the battery would just be going on to like a missiles or something, so it's not even good. Anyway, yeah, we're done with this one immediately. We found a better medium item.
Use it well. Make me proud.
Anyways, that's what we're doing today. It looks very wrong. It looks insane. But I assure you, forcing the dupe on this when every non-weapon... You're not the person I want to see. It's probably fine. Trust. What are the odds it's a pure weapon, Vanessa, and they don't have anything for me to kill them with? Yay, it's that easy. He's only got like 2 shrimps or something. Got a shrimp, grappling hook, bolas, a proboscis of his own. Oh, shit. He doesn't have that many non-weapon items, unfortunately, so I might still... Nope. He had enough. Nice honing, Steel Buddy. I was a little bit worried there. I would really like to not see Pig or Vanessa for the rest of the run, please. I'm not sure how that could be remotely possible, to be honest with you. This feels like an incredibly RNG strat, but I think it's the play. I can't use the centers. It doesn't work. Oh, man. I guess we're gonna go to Tinker. There's no, like, faster friend, is there? There's Dualtron, actually. I would run Dualtron here. Like, screw making the weaponized core faster. Every time they do anything, slow and burn, Dualtron would be pretty quick.
How many Droidicans did you liberate today? 1,000.
Air conditioner. Doesn't quite work, does it? I don't know what I'm looking for. The build got so weird with Assault Focus forcing the dupe. Am I just over-focusing on forcing the dupe? Well, first, let's throw this away. Let's move this over. Let's figure out what the rest of the build would look like if we weren't forcing a dupe, right? It's just this. It's the same thing. I think the Obsidian Proboscis on its own probably kills them, right? I don't know that I need to force anything. We're definitely never running GPU. Hamlet makes no sense. Crew tools can be held. All this stuff is just sellable. Like, these are the small items I would run if I ran small items. We can test this in our fight, in monster fight, but like, I feel like there's not a lot I care about here. I would really like diamond scrap metal as an example, but that's so specific. Ooh, would have race car been good? Probably not. I don't level up unless I take Awakened District, so I'm taking Awakened District. I did assume I win this. This is definitely the better board for fighting Awakened District. So like, glad I ran it this time. Oh yeah, Assault Focus does hurt this version of the build pretty badly. We still bodied Awakened District, no problem though. But yeah, Assault Focus does sort of force me to do the stupid idea, doesn't it? So I'm gonna commit to the bet I've made. This is what we decided we were doing of our own volition. Pearl, I don't know what you can do. I just know you can do something, right? How big can that Atlatl be? The answer is it can be 75 big. I don't have any way to buff it at start of combat. If it gets fast off the weaponized square, I don't care. It would only matter if it started off big. I'm basically looking for like Atomic Clock, aren't I? Yeah, I'm basically looking for Atomic Clock here. Wait a second. It doesn't do anything. The core is already hasting itself and missiles plenty, right? Like, it's appealing because it's a large idol. It makes my board look not idiotic. It's also at least a source of slow. Is Turbo Pylon a sensible thing to do? I'll tell you what, it's not much worse than missiles, and I like it. We're gonna try it out here. Property Baron, surely you're fucked, right? Actually, he has very few items. No, he kills himself with Billboard, we're fine. Well, he doesn't kill himself with Billboard very quickly, does he? He did it eventually. Like I was saying, I really don't want to match into Pig here, man. Sure. Get this thing to diamonds, scale my stuff faster, marginally.
Temper, sharpen, reinforce.
It's certainly one of the builds of all time. Mac is exactly what you want to see. This is the best case scenario for us. I can't wait for it to be Weapon Mac, which runs literally 0 non-weapon items, so we automatically lose. Hey, look who's dead. It's this guy. He does have Toxic Flame, which is horrifying. But this is a very fast self-looping sort of build, I think, so we should be good. Although the Spider Mace is as fast as item with Restorative, it's not scaling, so we might be okay. Yeah, we're good. Man, I really thought it'd be stronger than this. I thought we'd really wreck him harder than this, but that was very close to dead. Admittedly, he did deal 650 burn with his Toxic Flame Fiery Nightshade, so I can kind of see why it didn't work super well. Oh, also, that burn's going up insanely. Not insanely, I don't have very many active items, do I? This is the dumbest, but like, I hate builds like this. I hate making this sort of build. I hate fighting this sort of build. It's just like, hey, please don't play weapons or anything good. Don't be big slow things that one shot. Don't be weapons. Just like play the build that loses to me, please.
Come on in.
It's very funny and very effective when you hit like the right things for it. But yeah, that doesn't really work, does it? It just doesn't make any sense. Why would I choose to do this? Kina, sell me the plasma grenade now so that I can like bemoan the situation. I mean, honestly, if I saw the plasma grenade, I would be down to like run missiles plasma grenade. I would be fine with duping a plasma grenade because it's better than duping the Proboscis, basically. So yeah, it wouldn't even be bad if I got one now. Of course, that does guarantee that I won't get one now. I don't actually use my small items, so this doesn't work very well. We know we beat Property Baron. Does this guy have anything for me? Nothing from either of them, so I'll take max experience on Property Baron. Also probably max gold. Don't really care about average gold value. I've been unfathomably wealthy for a while now. The Assault Focus slowing my own pylon is my favorite part of the build. It's actually slow 2 items. It's much better than it seems like it would be. Yeah, sure. I appreciate the cash. Not that I have any use for it. What am I looking for? I don't know, but it'll be good if it's a diamond tier, right?
I simply acknowledge the fact of my...
Anyways, Living Flame is cooldown reduction for burn items, so it's not doing much. Haste in the core doesn't matter. The core is already hasted, and the burn value is pretty marginal. Huh. Well, what machine it is. It won't be doing much, but it'll try its best. It's a poison enchant. I mean, I may as well. Like, if I lost by a fractional amount of health, I found good poison synergy skills, I'd be very upset to not have this. It's not doing much. It's just like poison 6 all the time, but it's doing something. Boosting the haste duration on this doesn't matter. I'm full haste uptime already. Well, in that case, I guess I'm going to go to Pearl and look for second Proboscis so that I can just do this the same way and not need the hologram projector, or have third Proboscis and missiles. That would also be neat. Like, what do I get from Curio besides 1% CDR? I'm just going to sell this now. I don't like looking at it. I mean, buffing the slow duration on this is not bad. It really isn't. But I'm going to go to Pearl. Like I was saying earlier, I'm really looking for Atomic Clock more than anything.
Where shall we start?
Fort. That's a very funny way of making assault focus better with these. No, I actually think that makes me worse against damage over time builds in a big way. I wouldn't want that. I'm sure there is something useful for me eventually. Right? Surely. My build's certainly not locked into place with the random garbage I currently have. That would be ridiculous. The metronome with my almost passive build. Like, honestly, the difference in this build and removing all active items is not that big. Honestly, like a heavy solar farm would have been kind of crazy instead of this, right? Because I burn so much. It would be slow to start, though. It would be relying on opponent RNG. I mean, we already are. There's no fixing that. When you use a weapon poison for your weapons at plus damage, you will have 50% of the poison on your enemy. I don't actually use my weapons. Right. Almost baited myself. The Z sword's just slow. That's all it is. What do I do with that? I mean, it's 13 gold to roll, so I'm going to take the pendulum, right? But I clearly don't... I guess I'm dead. Well, expecting to win by not seeing Pig in the late game is kind of what everyone does, so being weak to Pig's not that bad. But yeah. Yeah, restorative subsaber, fiery money tree, no sustain. I'm a heal for 8,000. I mean, honestly, it's doing an admirable job. Holy shit. Wait.
Next time I'll show you what I learned from this.
Thanks, PenFT. I'm glad you're there for me. So, we can generally assume that this dealt just half the damage and all burn was purged, right? So, the hologram projector dealt 5,000 damage. The obsidian one dealt 10,000. He had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 activations. And I had 3 activations. So 6 of 18 slows were my fault. The entire rest of it was him. 4/18 of the damage he took was from PenFT. I absolutely lose if he does not run this card. I'm so glad he was. All right, he didn't have obsidian, so he win. There's like a massive difference between any all-offensive enchantment and obsidian. Poison and burn just get outshined by obsidian so incredibly hard. Now, again, I think I'd be really happy to have an atomic clock, right? Like, you just pendulum the clock and drop this, and the clock will do enough slows for the obsidian one to make up for it, right? I could also get diamond core, so that would be nice, or diamond scrap metal, rather. I can get nothing. That's like the average result of every single hour, though, so I'm not too beat up about it.
I have what you need.
When missiles goes off, it charges the core 6 seconds with the diamond pendulum. But it only charges back 2 seconds, so it's not going to matter. But it would have full haste up time, so it would work. And it would scale this very well. I mean, it's not good. Don't get me wrong. I just want to like run this in my PvE fight and see how it does right now. I'm pretty sure it's terrible. I'm also going to go to Curio for like slow and haste buffs, but they don't matter even a little bit. Do I care about damage buffs? Yes, of course I do. I have an obsidian proboscis. What are we talking about? What's wrong with me? These are not coming back in. There's no shot. Maybe battery somehow makes it. Those don't. Anything that's a damage or health buff, I can afford it all. Oh, that's misclick. It's fine. Not a great Curio, but I mean, it's not the worst Curio ever either. What do I want the slow buff on? The only slow item I have. It's pretty straightforward. It looks so weird. I can barely see the blue highlight because like it's already a turbo item, so like my brain just blacks out that information apparently. Oh, right. I can flip any small bronze item and make money because I have Diamond Trader. Right. That's funny. So, like, I don't think this makes any sense until Diamond Core, obviously. I level up no matter what I fight, so I'm going to take the chance at CDR here, even though CDR is, like, really, really not important anymore. Also, chance at Diamond Pendulum was neat. I think because of the, like, nearly full haste duration that happens here, this is actually still very, very fast and a lot of scaling. I think that's better. I think that is a lot more scaling. The CDR is actually really good for making what I'm currently doing better. I should have held that for a little bit in case I could. Oh well. Like, there's a tiny chance it affects something. Missiles, I can't be frozen, so this doesn't matter. I think you just go Kina here, right? There's a chance you hit, like, Plasma Grenade. There's a chance you hit Atomic Clock. The odds of finding that stuff at Pearl is lower, but the odds of finding this at Diamond are much higher, and we just saw how much scaling that would really represent. It's also one of the last 2 hours of the game, so let's go spend all our money at Pearl.
Surface of the outlands.
I mean, it's damage. It's not good damage. You can do better for a holding for damage, right? I go to 4 experience left if I take that file. I'm never leveling up, unfortunately. Would marbles have made sense to get? No. Crit chance does nothing, actually. Wait. I have Nullfrost for scaling. What about giving it lifesteal and dropping all active items? The crazy thing is that's not even clearly wrong. I don't think it's clearly wrong to run this board. I don't think it's clearly wrong to pivot back into what we were previously doing and do this. And I don't think it's clearly wrong to just buy a crow's nest and have lifesteal and drop all of this. Like, every active item I have, just toss them all who needs them. Like, obviously, I only get to use one of my proboscis if I do that, but still, it would have lifesteal, right? It does still have scaling because of the Nullfrost. I think that because of well-oiled machine, this is just, like, already infinite enough. Like, the offensive scaling here is kind of crazy. It's not vulnerable to freeze at all because I have the Nullfrost. It's not vulnerable to slow because I'm hasting myself. I think this is actually really good scaling. Even though I'm not getting it to the tier I want it to be at, unfortunately, I'm just like a bit of experience short. I wouldn't go Crow's Nest here. I think this is my best build, entirely thanks to well-oiled machine. It's worse. I don't care if it's gold. It's still worse. I think I spend all my gold here. Does Icicle change any analysis? I mean, Icicle's not even clearly good, right? Like, it depends on what it freezes, obviously, but they have to activate their items for me to win. I would love for this infinite combo to involve, like, a non-weapon, but there's no way that's gonna happen. Okay, but wait though.
That belongs in a museum.
Is that too many proboscis?
Keep it.
I don't think there's such a thing as too many proboscis. Triple proboscis, assault focus. Just don't even run the other cards out of sheer disrespect, right? None of these do anything. There's no large item I won't. Is there an option at Bazaar that can help? Because, like, the experience doesn't level me. Get 3 small items from Bazaar. Give me a 4th one. Oh, I was hopeful. It did give me 3 slow items. Like, I know what you're looking for, bro. No, actually, you were wrong about that. We haven't run crude tools or this, so that solves the room problem. But I think this is what we're doing. Because, of course, it's you. It's always you. It's the day 13 experience. I think you gotta go triple proboscis. I'm probably dead to an obsidian enchant if we're being real. But if it's not an obsidian enchant, I think triple proboscis is head and shoulders better than anything else I can do. And it's also by far the funniest option.
You do see these tusks.
Let's see it. That's a lot of weapons, man. I'm fucked. I'm cooked. 0% chance of success, unfortunately. Surprisingly, he doesn't have crit chance, but it doesn't matter, yeah? I In case anyone wonders why I hate Pig. This is a much stupider build. Like, I lose to a lot of things here. Anyone who's playing all weapons kills me. I'm not nearly as upset about the previous one. But yeah, I do not enjoy Pig builds. Like, you just get to the end game, it's like, oh, I wonder what the Pig does. Does he one-shot me after X seconds? Yeah, he does. Weird. It's like it always does that. Because Pig just selectively filters for obsidian enchants and everyone else dies. It's very unfortunate when you make it to day 13. I think just like last run, this is not like a day 13 Pig killed the run sort of thing. This is a, man, it's really unfortunate that your weaponized core build was dead on day 9 or whatever happened this time, right? Like, I matched into the earliest possible obsidian eternal torch you could possibly hit with a shadowed cloak, right? That sort of thing. That's where the run ended. This is just how it goes when I sit down to play Proboscis. It's just kind of how all my runs have went relatively recently. It's been kind of rough, but I was really hoping for this stupid Thorns build to work, because it is just a Thorns build. Just triple Proboscis, assault focus, do your worst. Like, technically I'm scaling with Missiles Turbo Weaponized Core, but realistically I'm scaling with Nullfrost Altar. Anyways, this was a spectacularly stupid way for the build to shake out. Most times this wins 10 wins easily before day 13. But yeah, you know, don't match into Obsidian Eternal Torch on the one day that he's alive before he gets unlucky and dies around day 9 or 10, right? Like, that's, I've been that Mac so many times. I've been that exact Mac. You bomb out before day 9, you get an Obsidian Eternal Torch, you stabilize for a couple days, and you go 5 or 6 wins. That is the standard Mac experience. Let me tell you, I firmly rescind saying Mac is the second best character right now. My experience with Mac has been like, oh no, you're so bad into early Vanessa and so bad into weaponized core Dooley at every point of the run that like Mac is just actually in a terrible spot. But boy howdy, is Mac right after his death enchant in a great place to grief an otherwise 10-win run, right? Which was unfortunate, very unfortunate. Like, our death enchant doesn't even do anything in this build, so like, we just beat that guy and win 10 wins easily on the previous Pig. We wouldn't have been on death's door, so we wouldn't have been worried. Oh man, the alternate timeline where that Mac got literally any other enchant on his death would have been pretty sick, but instead here we are again, failing to check off Proboscis like always. Same with Nullfrost Altar. I've never gotten Nullfrost and had it not been a completely sick overpowered build. I've also never taken it 10, just how it keeps going. But someday it'll go 10, just not today. I'm mostly over the salt though. At this point, I'm just like, oh yeah, the Bazaar is a crazy place. You just lose runs all the time. It happens to everybody. A lot of people are having the very positive mindset. You have to normalize it, like 8 wins is a win. Nah, this is a loss. Second place is first loser, boys. But it's still a sick build. It's still a very, very stupid version of Thorns. It's just, you know, even though I'd been playing Caltrops and it worked on weapons, I'm dead to one weapon Pig, right? Like, that's how it goes. If somebody has a one-shot build, Thorns builds lose. So when you're trying to win 5 consecutive days on it because you're dead on day 9, I mean, good luck, I guess. And being dead on day 9 off weaponized square start's just so unfortunate, right? Like, we went 4-0 and then we're dead on day 9, which is kind of crazy. Oh well. It was a good run. I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.